Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, November the 2nd, 2023, Throne Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel is moving forward. They've been talking about this since they were showing corn ready to be harvested. This we just had our harvest moon, hunter's moon as it's also known as. And I feel like we're moving forward, and I feel like things that we manifested are coming in, but it's in the most inconvenient time. But it's like a blessing is a blessing. I feel like for some of us, I feel like this could be like a move. So they said buying your first home, a new home. So God bless, this is who I think it is, which is she's getting married this weekend, which is PJ's birthday, as well as Shane's. So it's like their heavenly birthday. But like I just read in the Torah and it really hit home was just like, Yahweh is the king of the living. And I feel like in saying that, I feel like he sees the our past loved ones as living. You know what I mean? Because we are all from source. We are, breathes air into us. That's where creation comes from, right? Whatever you believe in, but this is just what I believe. But I feel like that's where it's just like, the reason we miss them so much is because we, like they say, like those that can hear. Let them hear. Those that can see, let them see. I feel like that is your clairvoyance, your clairaudience. And I feel like it's like, what a blessing that is to have. That's why I never abuse it. Where it's just like, I feel like it's like paying forward. I'm not sure how he's related to Sylvia Brown, but he does talk about how he pays it forward, is he goes on TikTok live every single night and he pays it forward that way where he's just like, everybody can ask one question. If we get through everyone, then, you can obviously ask another question. And that's what I do too when I do lives. I'm like, I'll sit there and I'm like, I'll pull a couple of cards for you. If we get through everybody, no one's in the room, then we'll start doing like, I'll try and, do a little bit more. Because I want to be fair to everybody. I write down everybody's name. It's harder on TikTok because it goes so fast. You know what I mean? And it's, I wish they would control that. They where you could pin like people and stuff like that. They're like, oh, get a moderator and all that. But it's like, ugh, it's just like when you get, I've already had a cook try to, someone help me before and it didn't go the way that I wanted. So, it's just, I feel like paying it forward in that way. Plus, if you've ever got a private reading from me, the benefits that you get from it, especially if you're someone that is, I'm very blessed to have is continuously coming back to me, how I treat you guys and how I am with you. So that's the way I am. Anyone else is different. That's fine. Everybody is different. I'm not pooping on anybody, but it's like the way you pay it forward, but for having that blessing, you know what I mean? So that's the way that I see it. But I feel like this is like, when we're talking about the four spears here, talking about PJ's and Shane's birthdays, we get a cake, I saw it on Sopranos, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's like changing into a positive. We learn to sit there and not let it be a part of our life forever. It's just like the trauma part of it. It's like it doesn't affect us that way. It's like, what a blessing is to have him in our life as long as we did. That's the way I see with Shane. And it's just like, we honor him by, living every day happily and, the best we can. Not every day is perfect, but it's like we try to make the most of every single day. And that's all you can do, I feel like the Hermit with card, I feel like the Crow minor message is bringing the light back into your life. Some of us go through a seasonal depression. I feel like maybe you've gone through something, a breakup, a bereavement, a divorce, with no harm to, I don't wish that on anybody. But it's just like, embrace your fire. With our bonus cards, we do have the Ace of Spears, a rebirth in our life. And I feel like it's like bravery, courage, strength. This is what this year has been about. Maybe something has gone in your life and it's just like, the way that I did, I was like, how Dolores, I believe it's Connors is her last name. She's on TikTok. She's like, ask your ancestors to assist you. I'm like, yep. I asked Yahweh and Yeshua to assist me. Like, the TV blew up. Not what I needed right now. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my gosh, everything is like, turning the right way. I'm like, I'm so thankful. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to do this for the rest of the year. And then it's just like, nope, can't because of this. And I'm just like, ugh. But, Seda has more time with the kids, time for rest and rejuvenation. You know what I mean? Sit there and, be more creative and stuff like that. Get my board done. Trust me, it's going to go fast. You know what I mean? It's going to go fast. Then January, winter will be here and it'll go slow. But, It is what it is. What can you do? But I feel like it's just like, when I went through like that kind of energy, I was feeling yuck. It was February, and they were like, go outside, go for like do one lap around. We have a horseshoe driveway. I didn't have neighbors at the time, and I'm like, okay, like I'm not disturbing anyone, I'm not disrespecting anyone. So I went and did one lap, and I'm like, okay, you know, they're like, do another one. I did another, and it was cold. Like it was gray out. It was cold. The sun came back. It came out when I came in. I was so mad, but it's just like I did 4 laps, and I felt so much better. My face was numb. I couldn't feel my face, but I was just like I felt so much better. You know what I mean? Because it does change like your mood. It changes the way you, because it's just like you get that. We're not meant to be indoors, and I feel like that's why where I do the snow removal in the winter, like it saved a ton of money. But it's also like physical fitness. Your body gets oxygenated. You know what I mean? To look at the stars. You know what I mean? At that time, like when I do it, it depends on the time of day that I'm doing it. But it's just like you get to sit there and enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? It's just like getting that oxygen and everything that you need. That's what our body is supposed to do. Do it safely. I use one of those big scoops, so that it what a lifesaver that thing is. The big scoops. Little shovel is way too much work. The big scoops, oh, what a blessing. So just use the big scoop and do it that way. It's so much easier. And you're able to sit there, and I sit there and take a scoop, and I have to move the snow over because I have neighbors. I don't want to be disrespectful. I take a big chunk of snow and I drag it over to where I want to dump it, and I dump it there. So it's just like it's great exercise, and it really does change your mood. If you're able to do it, then absolutely do it. I know people prefer this. Even if you're out there with your snow thrower, it's still, you're getting outside. You know what I mean? It's just get that that fresh air. Balance is being restored the November 4th. So this weekend on Saturday, you will see like that Libra energy come back in. We are in Scorpio season, but like this contentment with the family, count your blessings. Roof over my head, clothes on the back. I was the song that the Pastor Mike was singing. Food over my head, I'm blessed. It's like reminding you how blessed you are. Thinking about how far we come. You know what I mean? Where it's just like we so many things we lost. It doesn't matter as long as the three of us were fine. That's all that mattered to me. And everything, Yahweh Yeshua carried me under the wing as long as I needed to on autopilot. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's just like whatever this is, we'll get through it. You know what I mean? It's like that's why I start my Christmas shopping early, because it's just like it's not so much anxiety and stuff. So it's like don't let anyone make you feel that way. You're doing your very best that you can. Budget for everything, so that way everything, you're not feeling so anxious or that pressure, because especially if to ship, it's like that shipping takes forever. I love the fact that we have the Fool here, so like a brand new beginning. And that's the way, if you're went through the eclipse energy, like our TV blew. You know what I mean? Like it was like, I'm hoping that I could fix it. If not, then recycle it, But again, bringing the fire in there. Tyrion, remember if you watched Game of Thrones, where Bran, obviously feeling bad for himself, he wanted to be this great knight and warrior, but he had a greater purpose, being, the Raven, and I feel like that's what Tyrion was teaching him. Like, look how I was born. I was born into this great legendary family. I unfortunately killed my mother at childbirth. I'm not only this, a smaller individual, but, I'm also seen as like a disgrace or a mistake. You know what I mean? So it's like he had to live like that his whole life. But his brother Jaime never saw him that way. He saw him as an equal. He didn't see him as what everybody else saw him as, So I feel like this is where they're saying brace your fire. I feel like better things are coming. It's just like we can't let the things that try to take us down, because it's like, yeah, I could have went down the route. Yeah, and please don't take this as an insult if you're doing therapy or medications or anything like that. I asked for family therapy and everything. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. So it's just like, I didn't want to be on any of those things. Maybe it would have helped me. I don't know. But, as soon as I started sleeping, I was only sleeping for 4 hours a night for a year. I couldn't sleep anymore. It was just obviously, like, I remember waking up one day, I was like, where the heck am I? It's just like, you're so fried. You're like, where are we? Like, what am I doing here? But it's just like, once, you start making those steps towards healing. It's not easy, but it's like you allow yourself to feel the things you're feeling. Be drawn to the things that give you happiness. Go out there and find your happiness. Make your happiness, The Hangman, changing our perspective. Definitely a lot of things changing our perspective. With me, it's, reading the Torah. It's like, it's, he's the king of the living, He doesn't see people as that have passed as gone. They're living. They're just waiting for whenever that time is for, I remember doing one reading for an individual, and she's just like, when her wife moves on, she's just like, she has no reason to be here anymore. She's going to go to heaven, so it's just like, it's free will, and that's why I always told my kids, it's like, we're very lucky that, these individuals are around us, because they could be anywhere, so we're very lucky that way. So that's why I feel like it's like, find your passion, find your, you know what I mean? Maybe that's why, they're telling me, this new beginning with my passion. Who knows? It's just like, we never know how things are going to change. And the biggest, thing of that was for me, where it was just like, we just had got sunny, and I'm just like, I don't know how, we're going to make it through March. And I just out of nowhere, my sister's just like, hey, send your resume here, met a great individual, we headed off and everything like that. And I was just like, I guess I didn't get it, because he's like, we'll call you right away. And, it's almost 2 years for me, and I'm really thankful. Like, I always, I treat everybody as I would want to be treated, because it's just like, once upon a time, I was new. I didn't know anything. Being patient, offering help. Obviously I can't all the time, because, when we're busy, Like, there's only so much you can do. But it's, even when I go to sign on and someone asks a question, I know the answer. I answer it so they have it for the future. You know what I mean? So it's just like, make a great environment for everybody. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all learning every single day. I learn new things every day. So it's like, whatever we learn, let's share. Let's be, let's work hand in hand together, so that way we can all be successful. When we're all successful, the company looks better. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. But I feel like it's embrace your fire. Don't allow temporary situations to snuff that out. I understand this time of year, it's cold and stuff like that, but, what a great time to start a routine. You want to sit there and move your body. Will you carry on with it in the summer? Who knows? Maybe you're someone that loves to be outside all summer, and you don't really need to work out during the summer. But, sit there and maybe put on some, honestly, people knock the 80s workouts, like sweating to the oldies or stuff like that, but you're having fun. And you're working out, and you're getting a great cardiovascular workout in. So why wouldn't you go ahead and do that? Do something that makes it fun. You know what I mean? That's what I love about Gene Simmons. He sits there and he makes it fun. So sit there, and if that's something you want to get into, or what's that other one? Zumba or something like that. There's some great ones where it's like you're dancing, and it's like you're doing that anyway. I do that when I'm doing the dishes or cooking. I put music on, and I dance around all the kitchen. It's like you don't even realize you're working out, you're just having fun, So do things that have fun, On the weekends, put on the music and dance around the house, While you're doing housework, you put the music on, Do things that, it's never too, honestly, as long as you keep it up every single day, you'll see how a routine will sit there and build up. And it won't even feel like that way. You'll just feel like, oh, I should do it, I should get this done. So it's just like, you'll see when you start to see the transformation, small transformations in your body, you'll keep doing that direction, because you'll like the way you feel and the way what you see, So things that bring in a positive mindset. Black seed oil is another great one that'll help with mental, for depression and stuff. You can put it in your water, you can put it in your tongue. When I start something new like that, just a little bit, I just put a couple droplets, and then I build myself up to it. You don't have to sit there and take you must take a whole tablespoon or a whole glass. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll build up to it. I started with sea moss, and I was just like, I was just like, oh, I'll take a little bit. Now I'm taking like a hopping spoon of it. You know what I mean? So just depends on who you are. But do things that bring positivity in your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.